if you didn't catch my title of this or my post earlier, my question to you, I don't care if you're in the car business, if you're in retail, I don't care if you're in your manufacturing, I don't care what it is. If you were to quit or get fired, or let's say take a day off, thanks for that, Jonathan Sewell Sales, would your company, your business, your owners, your bosses even know you were gone? And that's something I would think that you might want to ask yourself. And I'm not saying this because I think that we all need to be butt kissers or anything like that, because you definitely know I'm not one of those. And I write Jonathan Sewell Sales. But I guess the question you could ask at the end of that is, if your company wouldn't notice you were gone, if you quit, got fired, or took a day off, if they didn't notice your impact, then what's your worth? Okay? What are you offering? That's a question you have to ask yourself, because, you know, I'm not just talking about selling cars or being productive as far as, what's up, Craig? Hope you're having a good morning. I'm not really necessarily talking about how you produce as far as selling cars and doing all this, because there's probably a couple of people at your dealership that produce by selling cars, right? If you're at a dealership or if you're in some type of sales. For example, you know, you may have a couple people that sell 14, 15, 16, 20 cars a month, okay? But what sets each one of those apart? So my question to you today is, would your company know you were gone if you took a day off, if you were fired, or if you quit? Would there be any kind of change in the business, the impact of the dealership that you're currently at, or whatever your profession is? So I guess what I'm saying is that thing has more to do than just selling. It has more to do with that. It's more about how people around you perceive you, and how you influence the people around you. Because so oftentimes we come into work, we just focus on selling that car. We don't care about nothing else or nobody else. Well, when you do that, a lot of times you forget the most important things, and that's how you're perceived to your peers and how you influence other people. Because at the end of the day, you're probably a mentor to somebody. When they see your work ethic or whatever, that's how they model themselves. So as you go out today, what value, what do you offer? What's your worth to the company that you're with, or even your family? I mean, you could ask that question as well. How do you influence the people around you? What is it that you do that makes a difference where you're working? And I'm not just talking about selling cars, for example, because anybody can do that. I mean, you may produce more than anybody else, but at the end of the day, there may be 2 or 3 that sells as many as you do. Do they know you by your work ethic? Do they know you by your kindness, your helpfulness, willing to help others? I don't know. That's a question you have to ask yourself, because I would like to think, and I'm not going to sit here and comment on this because I don't brag about stuff, but I would like to think that if I were to leave here, that it would be noticed that I was gone. Whether it by employees, managers, numbers, customers, whatever the case may be, that something here would change if I left. Okay, and I don't know if that's true. I don't know about it. I don't think I'm a superhero, but maybe my family does. That's all I really care about. But so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to help you with this. I'm not saying I'm a professional at this, but these are just some ideas I had that I've learned over the years through my management at Walmart, because that's one of the biggest companies that really struggles with this, because you can hire anybody off the street for $7 an hour. But what kind of person do you want working for you? So I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can make sure that your value or your worth is actually worth something, that you have something to offer the company you're working with. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if you want to promote or what. I don't know what your desire is with your company, but surely you always want to produce more or get better. Here's 3 things, and they all start with the word be. Okay, number 1, be servant-minded. That's one of the things I try, one of the principles I like. What's up, Brian? One of the principles I try to live by each and every day is be servant-minded. I try to think about others. Does it cost me deals? Probably. Does it appear sometimes that I get run over or something by trying to help somebody else? Probably. But I'm always thinking about the betterment of the whole business and not necessarily just mine, okay? I want everybody to do well. Now, does everybody's level of participation and their desire the same? No. But in the day, you got to be servant-minded. The more servant-minded you are, the more willing you are to help, the better off you're going to be as a person, and it's going to show through your work. What's up, Jason? How you doing this morning? Okay, number 2, another starts with a B. Be different. Now, I'm not talking about that, going out there being a rebel and disobeying and breaking rules. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is most dealerships have 10, 15, 20, 30 salespeople. How are you distinguished from the rest of them? And I'm not just talking about selling 10, 15 cars, because there's a bunch of them that do that. What can you do, your individual self, to be different? Is it shoot videos? Is it doing a different follow-up? Is it using QuickPage or BombBomb or somebody send video emails out? I don't know what the answer to that is, but how can you be different? The way you can offer something more to that particular business you're working at, that dealership you're working at, to make yourself stand out, because that's what we want to do. What's up, Kay Wood? How you doing this morning? I'm talking about if your company would even notice if you were gone, if you took a day off or quit. That's the question today. What's your worth, or what do you have to offer? And number 3, be respected. Now, obviously, respect has to be earned. Okay, I see it every single day. People want respect, and they don't do what it takes to get respect. They don't earn respect. They don't show respect to other people. If you speak to people in a certain way, as a manager or another salesperson, whatever the case would be, how is that going to earn you respect? Just because you're in a position that entitles you to have respect? I disagree with that. Respect is earned by your work ethic. Respect is earned by how you treat people, how you engage and talk to people. That's where respect is earned. And if you can't earn respect, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to be respected at all. I don't care what your position is. You can talk to people any kind of way, and it's not really going to get you the level of respect that you think you desire. Okay, so let's go back over this. What's your worth? What do you offer to the current position, the current company, the current business, the current owner, current managers that you work for? Okay, and I got 3 ways that you can make sure that you have something else to offer. 1, be servant-minded. Regardless of what your business is, be willing to help others. Be willing to do the things that other people aren't willing to do for your company. Think about your company as well. I mean, we think about our family. You know, that's why ultimately I do what I do. But you got to think about the people you work for. It can't just benefit me, because I want the whole company to grow, not just the fist pump guy. Okay, be different. Find something different. Do something different. If you're in sales, you got to find a way to generate your own business or do things that other people aren't doing, because there's going to come a time when we're not going to be as needed. Okay, so you got to make sure that you're different than everybody else. And number 3, be respected. You got to earn that respect, of course, but you got to find a way to be respected by the people around you, that they look at you as somebody they want to model. They want to see somebody like you be their mentor. Now, granted, their work ethic may suck, but they may see how your work ethic changes people's lives or changes people around you, and want to model that. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do. We're trying to help the younger generation. We're trying to help the people around us get better at what they do, okay, so that we can grow, okay? Because if you're not trying to grow as an individual, you might as well find something else to do. All right, I hope this has helped somebody. That's right, Craig. Help create the culture. If you don't have that 1 or 2 people in your dealership that's doing that, you need to be the one doing it. Because I promise you, based on some of the information I have around here, there's probably 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 15 people at a dealership, as far as salespeople go, that actually care about changing the culture, actually care about growing, actually care about the people around them. And that's very unfortunate, because I don't think that helps anybody. But anyway, serve mind, be different, be respected. Great advice. Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. I hope that helps you today. I hope it helps somebody else. Y'all share this. That was something I've been thinking about for a couple of days. I got another one I'm probably going to talk about tomorrow. And it's a very important topic as well. So I hope this helps somebody today. 519 Boll Weevil Circle, the fist pump guy, 334-447-0585. If you need a vehicle, if you need some advice, if you need something, I'll give you something. You may not like to hear it, what I got to say, but I'll give you something. Thank you guys for watching. The Fist Pump Guy, selling cars the right way, because it's the only way I know. Follow the Fist Pump Enterprise.